JoJo Siwa. You all might remember that name. We covered her maybe a couple of years now ago. Maybe might even a little bit less than a year. Well, she's back in the news cycle. Well, I don't see really left, but she's back in our news cycle. And about 3 months ago, she did a video. Now, some of you may be familiar with this video already, but let's just say it left not much to the imagination. It went just about everywhere you think any perversion could go. Remember, we told you too that she was a lot interested in trying to pull young people into the LGBTQ arena. In fact, she was quite instrumental in it by pushing the whole thing as being something that all children should do. But here's the thing. The transformation of JoJo from a child star to YouTube sensation to what she is now is not uncommon. In fact, we've seen it before. We saw it in someone called Miley Cyrus. Do you remember when Miley Cyrus was just this Nickelodeon sweetheart? Innocent, singing all these great songs, but she was always going towards the children because she was one. Now, JoJo is still one. She's only 21 years old. But when Miley first broke out as this, what would you call it? Pervert expert. She also was around the same age, 23, 22, something like that. Is there a trend? Now, what we mean is this. If I want to encourage somebody into doing something, I try to aim my responses to them that would intrigue. What do they like? Make sure you put that in there. What's their interest? Put that in there. What's trending? Put that in there. They like certain colors? Put that in there too. They like certain beats? Put that in there too. I have to market. They did exactly that with JoJo. When she was younger, she was a massive hit. Millions of followers. Views all over the charts. Children everywhere. And recently she did a concert and attempted to do exactly what she did in that music video 3 months ago on stage. Now, what we're going to discuss about her is disturbing, to say the least. You see, she recently had this concert, and there's one point in there where she stops to talk to the audience. And she recognizes that there is a child in the audience. Now, remember I said that she already did a specific type of video that had a whole lot of provocative images in it. She acknowledges the fact that there is a 6-year-old in the audience and commends the parents for bringing said child to the concert. No more than 5 to 10 minutes later, she's on that stage conducting herself in some of the most grotesque ways while knowing there's a child in the audience. Then gets mad because the audience doesn't like it.
Woo! The living just booed me! Respectfully? You.
Now, let me explain something. The parents, whoever they are, for bringing that child there, you're deplorable. You are mental. Because it's not like you didn't know what JoJo Siwa was about. It's not even hidden. 44 million people saw that video that she did. 44 million. The song is called Karma. Now, I wouldn't suggest you go look it up. I'm just trying to save you some time, energy, anger, and a whole lot of darkness. Don't go look it up. But to the tune of 44 million. So you know people know exactly what the song is about. You actually know what JoJo is about now. And you took a 6-year-old to that concert. So first off, I'm going to condemn you first for doing that stupidity. Secondarily, you, JoJo, felt it necessary to acknowledge a child, then proceed to do something that no child should see. I can only assume one of two things about you, Siwa. You're mental, or you're a groomer. Now, mind you, you may have been groomed yourself to think that that's okay behavior. Because like I said, the precedent has been set. Miley Cyrus, it happened to her. And what happened? Wrecking ball. Then, concert. Same exact behavior on stage. And then, post, of course, that accidentally getting you mad because people didn't like it. Same behavior. It seems as though there is a trend. And all of a sudden, you think you have the right to be mad at people because you've done something on stage that should not be seen by a 6-year-old. Now, for the rest of us, the trend is not just because of famous and good songs. It's more than that. You have to look at the audience and what they're wanting people to do. They're trying to normalize something here. And I don't just mean the LGBTQ stuff. It's way past all that. It's the normalization of perversion. They introduce these people at an age where you will accept it. They don't know any better. They're naive. They're young. They're cute. You first bring it onto the scene in the form of something cutesy, curtsy. Oh, look at her. That's so adorable. She's so good at what she does. I'm so proud of the little girl for having a talent. And then you slowly start to turn the knobs a little bit to the dark. Change the color, but you still keep the kids intrigued. Change up a little bit, and then you say, oh, she's getting older. You should expect that the music choice will change a little bit, but also her audience is growing, so why not become a little bit more mature? And then they crank a little bit more, and they leave it there for a good long while, so you get accustomed to it. And then full bore. She went from colors to absolute confusion like that. The unfortunate thing is everybody went with her. It just happened. They just said, oh, okay, this is the new her. Kind of like they did with Miley Cyrus. I mean, some people question, how you going to let your daughter do that? Ray, how you going to do that? He said nothing. She's finding herself. This is the new norm. And Miley's perversion influenced Siwa's perversion, and it will influence someone else's perversion coming up. They may not be the last. Siwa may be the latest and quite possibly the worst, but imagine what the next one might be like. Imagine that. And how many other millions are they going to influence with their disgusting behavior? Not just that. How many others coming after them with their reaction of anger will be more visceral? I mean, screaming at the audience from stage, that's one thing. But what if they become even worse? This is the plan. It really is. The whole idea is to make sure that when you turn on your TV and you see something crazy, you say, I guess that's how it is now. And you continue watching. Because you're so inundated with it and you're just tired fighting, you just let it happen. They're banking on that. But not as long as Too Strong's around. We're going to keep making sure people know that it's disgusting, unwanted, unneeded, unnecessary. You, JoJo Siwa, are a disgrace. You are a groomer of children. You should be on a registry. I don't care if you just turned 21. You're old enough now to know better. And you're old enough to not have to be singing towards children either in that fashion. You're sick. Get help. Get off the airways too. Because nobody needs to be seeing you in this position. Absolutely nobody. The reaction of your audience should tell you to shut up, sit down, get help. It should tell you that, but you're too arrogant to listen. I understand that it may not always be your fault, but again, you act like you know what you're doing, so I'm going to hold you responsible because you say you know. You're deplorable. And I can only hope that your career tanks in time for you to sober up and hopefully go back and tell people, I am sorry. I wish that never happened. But in case it doesn't, I hope your career tanks and all your money goes away in an effort for that to take place.